And welcome to the 1% Club. We are glad you're here. Hey, LJ, good to see you. What's up, Alan Nanny? Yeah, baby. You guys are awesome, man. I love it. It's a beautiful day here in Northern California. Real quick, unmute yourself, LJ. You are in where exactly I know you're here in California, but what part? What city?
I'm in a small town called Oro Grande.
No, where's that?
It is right off the 15. So if you are going to Las Vegas, when you come up and you get into Apple Valley, if you blink, you miss Oro Grande.
I
That's
love it.
You can't drive more than 25 miles per hour or you'll miss it.
I love it. All right, man. You're not joking. I love it. Alan, how about you? You're in South Pines, Pinehurst area, huh? Tell
Southern,
everybody, not everyone
Southern
knows where
Pines.
what?
Southern Pines is the name of it. Southern Pines and Pinehurst. They're side by
Oh,
side.
okay, okay. So and that is in
North Carolina.
what?
North Carolina.
North Carolina, for those of you that don't know your geography. Nadeem, Nadeem, my man, I know where Nadeem's on from. Nadeem, tell everybody where you're chiming in from.
I'm from the cruise ship in the UK.
He's in the UK. He's on an island. He's on an island. Love Nadeem. We got to hang out at Build at Sea. Jim Fury, tell everyone where you're coming in from.
I'm up in Saratoga Springs, New York, right by
Come
the
on.
Adirondacks.
New York. I love it. I need to collect you with a guy named Tim Eulinger. He's a stud. I'm meeting with him later today.
Yeah.
He's been at EXP for like 3 years. He's been selling 70 homes a year all by himself and sponsoring people all by himself. And he's like, yeah, I didn't know what to do. My sponsor quit. My sponsor quit. The guy's just killing it. And I'm like, well, who's your up on? He's Brent Gove. I go, oops, that would be me. So it's a good problem to have. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. By the way, if they're
Yeah,
too deep between you and them, the company right now is collapsing them, compressing them up to you, which is very beneficial to you. So I just took Tim Eulinger, who was like 3 deep for me, and went up to me. So little hint there. You should do that because they don't always do that. Jump on that and you can. Jared Davis, where
I caught the tail end of that. Do you just have to call them and tell them to compress? What,
Jared, I knew Jared would be interested in that.
dude, I have so many people that are like 4 layers away right now from
Yeah. Right.
all the
How many
crap. I'm
people in
trying to
your
figure
group overall, Jared?
335 right now.
335. How many doors do you have now that you own?
301.
I love it. You have more people than doors. He's making profit from 301 doors, but he's also making profit from 335 agents. The cool thing is the company's paying them for the 335 agents out of the 20% they make that they're not paying Jared. The company has revenue share. That's pretty cool. And of course, you all know that. Jared, tell everyone where you're from.
Richmond, Virginia.
Come on, baby, go Richmond. So yeah, Jared, how this works is if they're too deep, if there's two people that are inactive for whatever reason, I mean, the company's been around 16 years. It happens, trust me.
Mhm.
You can compress them up to you. I had another gentleman in Cabo, his sponsor quit, and then years later, the one above him split, and I sponsored that person. Another one too deep for me, up to me, and he brought 80 agents closer to me, which means as they grow and grow and grow, it's worth literally probably $1 million a year to make that compression. The company does not always do it. So if there's somebody who's not one deep, they will not do it one. But if they're two, if they've lost their sponsor and their sponsor some of their, they have to contact Corey Haggard, and that is the magic name in the workplace, Corey Haggard. How many people have to be inactive? Two. And it's not a guarantee. They have to request it, but right now they're saying yes. Now, here's again, do not say Brent Gove said. I get in so much trouble for this stuff. You guys love getting me in trouble. You think I got, like, I don't have 9 lives. I've used like 7 of my 9 lives in the experience. I'm trying to help you guys here, but it's really fun when they come up and become an FLQA for you. Like this Tim Eulinger, he's now a FLQA for me. That's kind of handy. Let's see. Alfonso, where are you from, man? Tell everyone what city and state.
Atlanta, Georgia.
I'm coming to see you end of January. I want to invite everybody here. I'm going to be at the Create Entrepreneurs Conference. I come every year. It's my 5th year. I met Tim Tebow there. I met Gary Brecka there, who's on Fox this weekend. Next person, Gary Brecka, is going to change your life. He's been on ABC, NBC's making all the rounds, and he's becoming a big star. I met him at the Create. It's a Christian Entrepreneurs Conference, but there's only like 200 or 300 people there. John Maxwell's there. Les Brown, if you know Les Brown, he is there. Jerry Itzler, Jesse Itzler, Living with a Seal. People like Andy Elliott, big hitters come through there. It's like the smallest conference with big names. It's weird. Someone's like, how much is it? $5,000 to attend, 10 grand to it's 2 days. It's like $279. It's like affordable, right? So put it in your calendar. Alpharetta, Georgia. You know where that is, right, Alfonso? It's a very nice part of Atlanta. Alpharetta, Georgia. January 29th and 30th, this year's Create Conference. I don't like it. I love it. I'm begging each of my children to come. It's that good. I sat there last year going, oh, why didn't I beg my kids to come? It is so inspiring, and there's so many amazing people, and they offer different programs. I got connected with John Maxwell's book publisher. He's helping me finish my book for 17 grand, doing everything, all the marketing, the funnel, everything for 17 grand, editing at like 5 different editors for my book. Boom, done. Another guy named Cole, I forget Cole. What's Cole's last name?
Whitney.
No, the other Cole, what is helping us? We forget his name, but he's in my office every month, and he helped me organize and galvanize my company to take us into 250,000 agents. What? Cole Taylor, we think. Anyway, we just call him Cole. I couldn't pay him $25,000 quick enough. Cole Taylor, phenomenal business coach. And those are some of the more expensive ones. They have different things, and you don't have to spend any money, but it was so good. Gary Field. So Alfonso, hopefully I'll see you there. It's affordable. End of January, I kick off my year every year in Atlanta at the Create. It's a faith-based Christian entrepreneurs, but there are some big hitters walking around that room. That's all I can tell you. I can't do everyone. I'm going to do 2 more, then we're going to start. Gary Field, tell everyone what city and state you're from.
Yeah, I hail from Manchester, New Hampshire. So I've been an active agent for less than 2 weeks.
Well,
Brand new.
welcome. Everybody give them some high fives in the screen. Give them some high fives. Welcome.
And I have one under me. So I've already started.
All right. You already signed somebody up, active agent. I love it.
And my goal is to beat what my sponsor did in his first 12 months.
What did your sponsor do in his first 12 months?
He did 114.
He did what?
114 in his
Your
first 12
sponsor.
months.
114. In his group, not on his front line, right?
Yeah, I don't know how big his front line is, but his group.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is awesome. I love your goal, man. Whoop
Thank
up on your sponsor. Break a record. I so relate to that. I go to events. I'm like, he did this. She did that. Okay, I can do it too. And so some people say, well, they weren't that good. I go, no, and if they did it, you can do it. I actually like the ones that don't look like movie stars, and maybe they're not that well spoken, but they sold 80 homes. So it's kind of like takes away my excuses, takes away your excuses. So they sponsored 15 people, and they have, 600 people in the group, and you just want to throw up. Tristan O'Grady, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Is that the revenue share printout behind you or something? Looks good, whatever it is. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you, Brent.
Yep. The cool UK vibe never gets old. Courtney Twist, tell everybody where city, state you're from.
Mariposa, California, outside Yosemite National Park.
You ever go to one of the most beautiful parks in the world? That's where Courtney is. She's part-time park ranger. Just kidding. I made that part up, but it's fun. All right. So we're going to get started with 1% Club. Let's rock and roll and get this thing going. What do you say when you're prospecting agent and they go, I love my broker. I come to EXP, but I love my broker so much. I feel so bad. I feel so bad to leave my broker. Who's got a comeback for that? Anybody want to share? And what does it mean when they say I love my broker? I mean, obviously it means they love their broker, but what are they not saying when they say I love my broker? What's it screaming to you? Anybody want to share A, what you say to overcome I love my broker, or B, what is it not saying when they make the comment I love my broker? We're like, who wants to take a crack at it? Anybody? And there's no wrong answer. I won't say that's the dumbest answer I ever heard. I won't do it. I promise. Anybody want to take a crack at it?
If I heard that, I'd say, bring your broker with you. You guys can have the
There,
same
I like
relationship
it.
here.
Let's go talk to your broker. See, Gary's been here 2 weeks. Nobody's already sponsored someone. It's Greg, New Hampshire, right?
Yes.
I love it, man. I love it. So it screams, I don't understand EXP. Because if they're saying, but I love my broker, let me just translate for you. I don't totally get the stock of the revenue share because they understood it. They would do what they have to do as a man, as a woman, right? And then B, I said, I know you love your broker, but you got that beautiful wife, that beautiful husband, those beautiful kids. Can I ask you a question? Who do you love more, your kids or your broker? Well, obviously, I love my kids. I said, okay, if you were to achieve and get 10 or 15 stock awards over the next year or two, then those turned into $100,000 or $200,000 for their college education in 10 years. Would that be helpful? Yeah. If you stay at your current brokerage, are you going to get 10, 15, 20 stock awards? Well, no. I'm like, okay. And then, by the way, those 10 or 15 agents you brought over, you get revenue share on all of them, and you don't spend it. Even if it was a paltry 2,000-3,000 a month, that's 24 to 36,000 a year. Let's say it was 24, but you didn't spend it. You actually opened an account, you saved it. In 4 years, you have 100,000 if it didn't grow. In 8 years, you'd have 200,000 if it didn't grow. I would say, Jeff Russell, Richard, Shea Spitz, did the last 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years just fly by? Like that. The next 8 years are going to fly by. I'm the guy, and if you're a woman, I'm the gal that's going to help you have retirement money for your future. If you're talking to an old dude like me, I turned 60 March 2nd, or money for your kids' college education. I know you love your broker. We all loved our broker, but in the end, you could love let me repeat after you. I mean, literally, it's like saying, I love my landlord. I love being a tenant. If he sells that company of 30 agents or 130 agents or 330 agents or 1,300 agents, how much will you get of that? Well, nothing. If you're renting a house and you've been there 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, I was at Remax for 10 years, and they sell a Remax franchise, how much money do myself and the other 80 Remax agents get? Nothing. I get it that you love them, but what do we tell our clients? You may love it that there's a rec room and a pool and somebody checks the chlorine and somebody keeps the rec room cool and there's some weights in there and they mow the lawn, they edge it, but you don't own that apartment complex. You don't own the townhouse. And in 10 years, you'll be left with nothing. You got to have some honest eyeball to eyeball, belly button to belly button. Get honest with people. What are they saying when they say, but I love my friends at the office? You're going to hear this, but it's going to be so hard. The agents are relational. I mean, I thought about that when I left an independent brokerage, 28 years ago for Remax. But fortunately, my friends moved 500 miles away. They shut the brokerage down and moved, so it wasn't a hard decision. But when I left Remax for Keller Williams, I knew what it meant. I'd be seeing my friends less, but I love my family more. Let me ask you a question. Do you love your broker more, your friends more, or your family more? Which is it? Well, obviously, I love my family more. I go, you got to have some open, honest dialogue. I know it's not easy, but you don't want to be a tenant. Right now, you're a happy renter. You're a happy tenant. And that is not the road you want. We beg our clients to buy the building they're in, to buy a home, and we help them see how to do it. How about, because I love my broker and I love my friends, it's the same thing. They're saying, I don't understand the model. Let's meet again. and maybe watch Gene Frederick's The Napkin presentation. Well, where do I get that? Honestly, I don't know, but I think it's probably on my YouTube channel. Do we have that on my YouTube channel? Gene Frederick's Snap. Yeah, Rob says it's on there. Were they taught Gene Frederick napkin presentation? It's a really simple kind of way to explain EXP. Let's do it. Let's type it up and see if we can find it. But show them that. Like whatever I said didn't click with them. Show them Gene's. There's other people who have the EXP presentations. Hey, let's watch this. Another really important thing to do is your sponsoring agents. And Gary Field, brand new with EXP, 2 weeks, had his license, already sponsored his first person. Are you ready? I would say, like, if I was talking to Shay Spitz over here, hi Shay. I know, yeah, I'm not supposed to have favorites, but I do. Anyway, did he say that for anyone? You're like my kids. I told them all, I love you're my favorite. Don't tell the others. But yeah, I'm that dad. I know it's terrible, but I would say Shay. She's like getting nervous. You can kind of sense it. You got to have your EQ up, your emotional intelligence. You got to feel stuff, and you got to go, Shay. This is the idea of you leaving your current brokerage. It's just a book. We're gonna take it. We're gonna put it on the shelf. You're not leaving your brokerage. In fact, I forbid you to leave your brokerage. All we're doing is having a discussion about a different model for real estate that has their actual retirement strategy. Okay, so we put the napkin video in the chat. If everyone looks at their chat, you now have something. People love it. They rave about the Gene Fredericks. I'll tell you the truth, I've never seen it, but it's right there. It's right there. You know, I've been in the room when he's done it live. So there it is. Copy, paste it, however you get to it. But it's on my YouTube channel. What'd you type to find it in the YouTube channel?
Just napkin.
Napkin. You just type the word tasty napkin. Like Mark Caprice, he probably has one right now with all his potato French fries you're eating. Yep, there it is. I told you had a napkin. You guys think I don't watch you? I watch you. Oh, nice, Tristan. Tristan just kind of says he's kind of like, yeah, baby, I saw that, showing off the guns. So, and so they're gonna say so. So I said, this is the magic. This is you. We're gonna make it a book and we're gonna put it on the shelf. You're not leaving your brokerage. They take a breath. All she doing is making a commitment. Will you, Shay Spitz? Oh, she's paying attention to me now. I like this. Will you, Shay Spitz? Oh, yeah, that's my girl. You're awesome. Love you, love you. Give your husband a big hug. In fact, give him a big kiss for me and say that was like a good one and say that's from Brent. I love that. It's funny. So, yes, I've had too much coffee today. But do this. Will you make a commitment to me, Shay, to stay in curiosity about the model? It's a brilliant thing. Everyone write that down. Someone type it in the chat. Who's going to put it in the chat? David Gerwells. Will you make a commitment to me, not to leave your brokerage or to move your brokerage to EXP, but will you make a commitment to me to stay in curiosity about the model? Because over the next year or two, again, you're I can read this guy's not going to squeeze me to leave tomorrow. I want him to leave tomorrow. I do. I'm going to leave next week, but be smart about it. When I would get listings, I go, Tristan, look, I know you're not ready to leave now, to list your home now, but in 6 months or a year or two, when you are ready to list, when you are ready to buy, I want them to buy now. I know that. So do I. When you're ready to buy in a year or two, what I want to do is show you 1 or 2 homes here in Hilton Head for between $3 to $5 million. So when you do buy in a year or two, you'll be more educated. You can kind of see where prices were in August of 2025. And then next year, July of 2026, you kind of have something to compare it to. It takes about 10 minutes to go out and see a house. So do you have 20 minutes free? See how, I mean, everything's got to sound quick and easy. They may, because their paradigm, how they see that is they may have gone with an agent and it took 40 minutes at one house, an hour at the next house. It was a 20, 30-minute drive up. It's like a 3-hour deal to see 2 homes. You don't know what the last agent put them through to see that house. I go, hey, we pop by, it's 10 minutes in and out, pop by 10 minutes in and out. I'm going to show you the best money can buy for 10 million bucks. It's going to take 10 minutes. I'm going to show you the best money can buy for $300,000. It doesn't matter if you say $300,000 or 30 million here in West Palm Beach. I will show you the best money can buy for $300,000 here in Atlanta. I'm going to show you the best money can buy for 30 million in West Palm Beach, which is, you know what it is? Nothing. You can't buy a house in West Palm Beach for 30 million. It's not doable. 50 to 100 million. Now we're cooking with gas. But that statement, will you, Mark Cabrace, will you, Jared Davis, make a commitment to me to stay in curiosity about the model? Everybody learn that phrase. Will you? Then shut up. And they go, no one's ever said, no, I will not make a commitment to stay in curiosity about. Not going to happen on my watch. They go, well, of course. Yeah, of course. I said, great. I'd like to invite you to a few EXP events so you can see the people, see if we're weird. Check out the culture. I'd love to have you maybe get on and meet one of my partners next week or the week after that. Make it real chill. And guess what? Their defenses, they're like this. Shay, where are you? I got your book. They're like this. They're hiding behind the fence. You know, they got their defenses up. And then they go, oh, I'm not coming to EXP. No, you're just staying in curiosity about the model. You notice I didn't say EXP. Will you make a curiosity to stay? Will you make a commitment to me to stay in curiosity about EXP? Did I say that? Nope. I said the model. You want to call it a model. You don't want to. Will you make a commitment and stay in curiosity about Coldwell Banker, Keller Williams, Compass? I guess a little guilty broker, but hey, you're just studying a model. It's SWOT analysis. You need to understand different models. This is simply a model you're learning about. Doesn't mean you're moving here by any means, but it means we're going to become friends, and I may have to refer you some business that I don't have time to handle. And I may have other people that need people in Boston or Nashville or whatever I don't have time to handle. Incidentally, you guys call me and you go, hey, do you know anyone in Hawaii? Do you know anyone in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho? Do you know anyone in the Kamloops up in Canada? I need an EXP agent. Aren't you trying to sponsor anyone? Well, yeah. Why would you not Google the Kamloops or Colorado Springs, Colorado, and start interviewing agents for your client? How do I meet people? I don't know how to meet people. Well, yeah, I have a referral, but you're about to give it to an EXP agent. They're already in. But yeah, but I want to help people out, help your family out. By the way, when I was at Remax, I rarely referred Remax agents. When I was at Keller Williams, I rarely referred Keller Williams agents. Do you not like Remax? No, I did. But my fiduciary is not to Remax. It's not to Keller Williams. It's certainly not to EXP. Your fiduciary to your client is to find them the best person in Boston, Massachusetts, or Nashville, Tennessee, or Hollywood, Florida, or Hollywood, California, or Palm Springs, or Las Vegas. And so it may be an EXP agent. If it is an EXP agent, you should make that referral to the EXP agent, but only after you've called 5 or 10 agents. You have an excuse to meet people you know. Hey, I know you don't know me, Nadim, but I have a referral for someone in the UK. Nadim's from the UK. And do you take referrals? You do? Good. Professional referral. Okay, great. Well, they've asked me to contact a few agents in Seattle, a few agents in Phoenix, and interview a few, and then make recommendations. So would it be okay, Alfonso, if I ask you a few questions about real estate so I can talk to my client? Is that cool, Alfonso? Go ahead and mute yourself, Alfonso. You're muted, buddy. You're having a hard time finding the unmute button, aren't you? Okay. Well, we're gonna wait. Well, Alfonso's looking for that. I'm gonna go to Shay. Shay, go ahead and unmute yourself. So Shay, tell everyone what city and state you're from.
Columbus, Nebraska.
Columbus, Nebraska. So I have a client, they're moving to Columbus, Nebraska. It is a hot spot on the map. Everybody's moving to Columbus, Nebraska. How many people move into Columbus every year?
Well, we have about, I would say about 500. We have a population of about 26,000.
And so you get about 500 people moving in every year?
It has been over the last 3 to 4 years, yes. About
People want to get
350 to
out of
500.
the cities into the country. And Shay's got 3 kids. How old are your kids?
10, 8, and going to be 6.
10, 8, and 6. So you're busy with that. Your husband does land, big land deals. When I say big land deals, we're talking 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60,000 acres because they got a lot of that in Nebraska, right? Those corn huskers, right? Is that Nebraska?
That's
corn husker?
right. That's right.
So here's the deal. I go, Shay, I got my clients are moving in Columbus and they don't know me, but if I were to, hey, would you be open to, if I referred them to you, paying me a professional referral fee of 25%?
I absolutely would.
Okay, great. They've asked me to interview a few agents in Columbus. Is it okay if I interview? Because then they want me to make recommendations. Would it be okay?
Right. Yes, I would love the opportunity.
So watch this. I'm gonna role play with her on how you do this because you guys asked for EXP agents. It's crazy. So how long have you been in real estate, Shay?
I've been in real estate since 2018.
Pen, notepad. You can pre-write the questions. 2018. How many homes did you sell your first year?
My very first year was 45.
Wow, I'm impressed. 45 homes. And then, last year was really tough. I know that number's probably dropped dramatically because interest rates are up double what they were in 2018. They're no longer, 1.9, 2.9. They're 6.5 or 7 or whatever. By the way, what rate is your mortgage broker giving you these days out in Columbus, Ohio? Or Columbus, Nebraska?
They fluctuate depending on the loan type, if it's FHA, if you're NIFA, things along those lines, but anywhere from 6.25% to 6.68%.
6.686. See, what she doesn't know is I'm testing her knowledge of the market right there with that question. Just ask questions. So, and you want to let them off the hook. I know it was a really tough year this past year. So last 12 months, how many homes did you sell? They're going to ask me and I want to ask you. So how many homes last 12 months?
2024, I sold 72.
Wow, 2024. She sold 72 homes. That's pretty awesome with 3 small kids. That's awesome. Congratulations. Now, what's your average sales price out there? I know the price out in Columbus, Nebraska is really low compared to the rest of the country. But what's your average price in first of all, what's the average home sell for there?
Average home price is about 300.
And how about you? What's your average price?
About 350.
Oh, wow.
325 to
Congratulations. That's
350,
really
yeah.
good. So I'm paying her compliments. I'm getting to know her in the process if you guys aren't picking up on this. Now you mentioned your husband, and I didn't really know, but you mentioned your husband sells land. Does he do like lots for builders? What does he do?
No, so he actually specializes in like recreational and farm ground. And then I'm actually working on a 75-acre development, which is a development here in Columbus. So that's been it's been a
Wow.
journey to say the least.
I think I found my person. I think I called the right person for
Oh,
the referral. I
yeah.
can tell right now. Now my clients are moving from Dallas. They're pretty wealthy. I think they want to buy a really nice house.
Mhm.
What like to get in the best neighborhoods where you live? What are they looking at if they were to get a nice 4 or 5,000 square foot home on an acre or 2 acres? What are we looking at in Columbus, Nebraska?
Honestly, I mean, acreages don't come up very often. But let's say you're probably looking at 750 to about 1 million, maybe 1.1 million.
Okay. Just so you know, they sold their home. It was 3,500 square feet, and it was a third of an acre, and they got 1.2 acres, so they can
Oh.
get 4,000 square feet, and for a lot less, they're going to be happy. They're going, of course,
Yeah.
they know that they're excited to
Yeah.
move there. Okay, the last couple questions. How many of those 72 home sales in 1 year were buyers and how many were sellers?
About 70% sellers and 30% buyers.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. Congratulations. I mean, that's
Thank you.
where you want to be. Usually it's the other way around. It's 70% buyers and 30% sellers.
Right.
So I definitely found the right person because
Well, thanks, Brent.
I'm feeling great about you. I do have to interview 2 more people because I hit the jackpot. I feel like I hit the jackpot on the first call, but they're insisting. I tell them, don't lie. Tell me, Rob, tell me I have to interview 3 people. You're my client. Just say you must interview 3 people for me. Okay, thank you, Rob. So my client told me I have to interview 3 people. I tell them to tell me what to do, so I'm not lying. Don't make it up. And so I'm going to interview some more people, but I doubt they have stats like you, Shay. Let me ask you a final question. 2 final questions. A, what's your greatest strength in real estate? I mean, because I'm honestly, if you sell 72 homes in 12 months, you're a 1%er in this world of real estate. What is your greatest strength? Why did you sell 72 homes when 99% of the agents don't?
Building rapport and honestly staying in touch with my past clients. Last year alone, I had about 76% of my transactions were repeat referrals. So staying in touch with my past clients through different systems and campaigns and client appreciation events. I mean, that's where most of my focus goes, is my past clients. So it's not just, I don't end that relationship upon the transaction. That continues for basically the rest of their life. They'll be
So
haunted by me. So
you're not a Casanova real estate agent. Love them and leave them.
right. Nope. Not in the least bit. Nope. Not at
I
all.
love it. I love it. And so staying in touch. And you mentioned something interesting. I missed it, but staying in touch and building rapport and staying in touch. Those are your 2 things. Okay. And so you get, I know, you said what percentage of your business is referral?
Last year alone was 74% was repeat referral.
Phenomenal repeat
Mhm.
referral. So
My
she
coach made me start
values
tracking that. So that was
relationship and
nice.
staying in touch. 74% repeat referral.
Mhm.
Huge. By the way, if you still have to do real estate, you might want to value the relationship. Call them, say hi, bring them a pie if you're out with your kids at some apple orchard in New Hampshire or Massachusetts or Vermont, bring back a few extra apple pies and go to your favorite clients. Hey, I bought you something. They're like, you're so sweet. I guarantee she does stuff like that. Give us an example of something you did that was thoughtful for a client in the past year, something that stands out.
Well, I will give everybody a little bit of piece of advice because I like systems and processes. So it's really easy to kind of set it and forget it. There's 2 things that I do is I set every single one of my clients up on, it's called the follow-up plan through tpmco.com. And then I also set them up on like a drip campaign through AM cards. So they get through the AM cards, they get 4 mailings. They get a mailing after 1 week asking how everything is, asking for reviews. And then they also get one at like 3 months, 6 months, and then also at 1 year, which also delivers a box of brownies. So that's something that I
Okay,
said.
time out. She's
beginning.
going too fast. Someone
Sorry.
wave at me if you can type what AM cards or whatever. Who's good at typing? Wave at me in the screen. Who can put the chat? Right, somebody. I need a volunteer. We're not moving
I
forward.
got it.
Shay's gonna do it all. She can tell us what to do and put it in the chat. So just type AM cards if that's where you get the system. Set it, forget it. You load them up and it happens. Right? Was it AM cards?
Yep. So AM cards, you can create your own drip campaign. So the one that we created or I created was they get 4 mailings over the next year. So you put their input, their information as soon as you close, and they get a mailing at 1 week, 3 months, 6 months, and then at 1 year, they also get a box of brownies. And you get a notification every time this gets
Love
delivered.
brownies.
Yeah. People love
Now, I'm from
brownies.
California. There's this green leafy substance in our brownies.
Not that kind of brownies.
I can't remember because I can't believe I called you. You're going to be so good for my clients. I'm so excited. Do not want to interview 2 more clients. I hit the jackpot. See, I'm building rapport with her. I'm demonstrating. Now, I just made up all those questions. I had nothing pre-written out. I scratched out the answers. I'm actively listening. I'm asking questions from her questions. And honestly, my real estate business is going to expand because I didn't call any XP. Oh, Jared's great. He's Richmond Davis. Okay. Hey, Jared, you want a referral fee? Boom. A, you can sell more homes. B, make the best possible referral to for your client, the way you would want to be treated. Okay. C, excuse to meet agents. Now, personally, if it was me, I'd keep going. I'd interview about 13, right? It was fun. I'm learning stuff. And she mentioned something else besides AM cards. Before she said that, I was like, follow up. What was that?
Through tpmco.com. It's called
Okay,
the
well,
follow
that's
up.
it. Hold on. Type that in the chat.
I did.
TPNCO. Well, sorry, I don't have my
CO.com.
chat open. TPNCO. Is that what you said?
M as in Mary. So tpmco.com.
What does that stand for?
The personalized marketing company.
Okay. And you plug them into there and you get to set it and forget it too.
Yep. So then they will receive for like $35, they'll receive 2 newsletters and 2 postcards every year for 5 years. And that is $35 and that's it.
And she sold 72 homes with a 74% referral rate. Love systems. What do you hear? Systems. So now watch this. Here's the magic move. You guys got to get this. You have to get this. Listen to me. Ready? So I'm so impressed with you, Shay. I cannot refer you. You're definitely going to win. I cannot wait to refer you. Now, look, she smiled. Do you hate hearing what I'm saying?
What's that?
If I was actually interviewing you and saying, I'm definitely referring you, I already fell in love with you. Don't tell your husband. I kid around, I joke around with people. I do. But I'll say this. What do you think? Be honest with me, Shay. I'm super impressed. You're not gonna make me not want to refer you. But what you don't know about me is I'm also a superstar agent like you. Because my partner, Jeffrey Russell, Tristan O'Grady, Jared Davis, right? Clark Broom, Alan Nanny is a megastar. And Tom Bacon, he's a commercial guy. He can do some deals with your husband, these developments. I mean, I run with some powerful people. I want to try to help you. I've actually wrote down. I was just interviewing you for my client, but the TPMCO, I'm going to use that. I wasn't using it. The AM cards, I'm going to actually implement both. Have my assistant every time just done. Like the second I don't know if I want to add it up. Tell your assistant every single time we call, add them in. Like you're done. I mean, you never think about it again. Or your I don't have one. Your TC, tell your transaction coordinator, this is a part of what we do. You add them into TPMCO and you put them into AM cards and you can continue to be my TC. This is like free to you. And of course you do have to pay the $35 a year, but is it worth them to make a sale? Maybe you pay that for 3 years and you get a referral or a sale. It was $105 and then you get a 7 to 10, 15, $20,000 commission. I think it's worth it. But you got to go the final step. You guys listening? This is the final step. What is the soft underbelly of your business where you're weak? Because I want to help you. I'm going to give back to you. I've got so much, I know I'm giving you a referral and you're excited and she's digging the conversation. We're vibing, right? Like I'm impressed. I'm paying her compliments. I'm warm. I'm friendly. I'm like truly impressed. But I know people that could probably help you. Everybody's got a part that they're maybe not great at. For me, it's AI. For you, it may be. But what is it for you? Like, if there's something you kind of sure up, tighten up, what do you think that is for you?
Paperwork and dotting the I's, crossing the T's, like being a very analytical person. I like to look at the bigger picture versus having to pay attention to all the small, fine details. I'm not that
Oh
kind
my
of person.
gosh.
Not that kind of person.
Totally help you with that. Would you like help with that?
I would love help with that.
So here's what we'll do. I don't have time now. Let's meet next week because I have no idea what I'm going to tell her. You think well, boy, I have no idea what I'm going to tell her. But I'm going to find someone who can dot the I's, and you know what I would do is get me on the phone with her because I actually do know what to tell her. I am on the detail stuff. I was horrible at that. So I hired Sandra at 10 hours a week. She dotted the I's, crossed the T's. I give her a list. She got everything done, very detailed. and my income doubled, tripled, and quadrupled every year. She worked with me for years and years and years. So you could put me on the phone because you say, oh my gosh, let me help you with this. So Shay, would you like me to introduce you to someone who could totally solve that for you next week? Do like a little 10, 15-minute Zoom like this?
I would love that.
I'm
Absolutely.
coming from value. Am I trying to sponsor an EXP? No. Did I build rapport with her? Yes. This is easier than we make it because Elon Musk has a hard job. You know, Richard Branson, you know, building airlines from one plane, it's a hard job. We're not splitting atoms. We're not putting satellites into space. We're not doing nuclear fusion. We're trying to get Bob to leave Century 21 and come to EXP. I'm trying to get Shay. Now, Shay's at EXP. What brokerage were you at?
Keller Williams.
We're trying to get Shay to leave Keller Williams and join EXP. This is not overly complicated stuff. So stop calling EXP agents and making referrals and start calling people in that area. Interview 3, interview 13, interview 113. You're the perfect read. It's none of their business you can call. Well, they might hear, then they hear, hey, I heard you interviewed my friend. Yeah, I told you I was going to call multiple agents. Well, I heard you also talk to Donnie down there. Yeah, I told you I'm going to interview multiple agents. Well, that bugs me. I guess you're not the one. You know, it wouldn't bug me, right? So you guys have this thing in your head of why you can't. And I'm telling you why you should. And so it was really great, Shay. Thank you for making this my point. I actually had a lot more prepared for today, but I'm going to cut it short because our next speaker is here. I was going to tell you what I'll try to make it maybe, and we'll see means when you invite them to an EXP event. I'm just going to explain what that means. I'm gonna tell you what to do when they say, okay, I think I'm ready to switch over, but what's the most effective way to switch to EXP? I was also going to tell you about how you must prepare them mentally to talk to their broker when they tell their broker they're leaving, what's going to happen. And so those are questions I'm going to save for next week on the 1% Club. Like, if you don't prepare them, their broker's coming for them like a grizzly mama bear, and you've got to prepare them. And the answer will shock you. What I'm going to tell you next week. So come back next week at 1:30 p.m. Pacific, 4:30 Eastern. But right now it is 2:12 Pacific, 5:12 Eastern, and we have the man, the myth, the legend, Verl Workman. And here's the deal. I want you guys to listen. Take down the notes and then teach. Say, I want to share with you, it blew my mind, and then share with them what you learned from Verl and share it with this to your own group at EXP, share it with Century 21 agents, share it with Keller Williams Remax. I don't know what to say. Go to your notes. Like right now, you could share with them about what? About what Shay just said, which was what? It was, I wrote it down. It was, I'm moving around here too much. It was AM cards and TPMCO. And you could actually share with them what you just learned from Shay. And then you have another click, you share with them what you learned from Verl. And then like, I'm going to solve your problem. Let's meet next week. I know exactly what to tell you. And then call me, call someone like, how do I solve that problem? They have a database problem. They have a marketing problem. They have a, I'm not detailed problem. They have, I don't understand funnel problem. And we're going to help you. So with that said, and next week, everybody bring a guest. There should be 80 people on here next week. I want you to bring a guest next week. Every single one of you, or 2 or 3. Jared, you could have 5 or 10 people. You have a star named Verl Workman. Everybody bring 1, but some of you bring 5 or 10. Shay, will you commit to me to have a guest next week to hear Verl speak? Yes or no? See, I put her on the spot. Jared, how about you? Next week. That was reluctant, Jared. You're very reluctant, dude. That was weak.